Welcome to Destiny Life's video training session. Today I want to talk about effective communication in a high-tech world. I love all the technology. I like the fact that I can send you an iJot video mail. I can talk to you on YouTube. I love the fact that we can text message each other, email, send IMs. You can go on somebody's Facebook or MySpace and communicate so many different ways. Besides that, always talk to someone on their cell phone or text messaging. And all the ways of communication ought to be effective tools for us. That's not the full reason of what I want to talk about. But before I get into the instruction part, let me just take a moment and encourage you to let us be able to text message you. We have a program now at Destiny Life where we can send out a blast of text messages to remind everybody of upcoming events. Also, would like to encourage you to check your email on a daily basis. You don't have to check it 10, 15 times a day, but maybe once a day, because we're sending out information that I think will be helpful to all of our ministry leaders. And this way we can be much more up to date on all of our communication. So if you would do that, allow us to text message you, also allow us to send you video mail or email. If you check it once a day, we'll be able to keep up to date. And it saves us from having a lot of meetings, but it's also a very effective way of keeping up on what's going on. In all of this high-tech world, there are a couple of things that we're discovering. There comes from time to time a need to communicate when there's pressure, conflict, emotion, disagreement, some of those type of things that happens just in anybody's family and any close relationship. And when that happens, it is so tempting to do it by email. And you kind of feel like, hey, I can say what I want to say, and you feel removed. And as a result, it's very quite possible that you will end up regretting your email or your text message or some type of communication that's high tech that does not allow the other person to get your expression, your emotions, your facial expression, and your communication. Where normally you might be talking to them personally, and if there's a sense of pressure or disagreement or emotion or conflict, you'd be able to talk it out. Or at least, if you said something you shouldn't have said, you can make it right before you walk away. But on an email or text message, that's not so. And people can be hurt. They can get confused, or they can just get disinformation. What they thought you said might not be what you said. For an example, recently I was trying to meet with someone on Wednesday evenings. I looked on my calendar, and for about 2 Wednesday nights, we couldn't meet because of other obligations. This was on a Monday night. I was working on my computer, and I realized, hey, Tuesday, tomorrow night, I have open. That'd be a great time to meet with them. So I emailed them, hey, if you're available tomorrow night, I would be available if you'd like to meet. Well, guess what? They get the email on Tuesday. And because I said the next 2 Wednesday nights are not available, how about tomorrow night? They naturally assumed I meant Wednesday night, which was not available for me. Well, it turned out not to be a big deal, but you can imagine what that would be if that was a serious conflict or misunderstanding, or somebody's feelings were going to be hurt. With that in mind, let me say one more time. Use all the high-tech inter-office IM communication, text message, emails, video jots. Do all those things that you want to do when it's facts and figures, and don't forget this, be sure to remember to do this, and oh yeah, these are the dates, and this is what we're doing. All that's great. Keep doing it. But any time between different ones of you, if you sense any kind of pressure, disagreement, conflict, you can feel it rising in your heart, don't do it by email. I ask you, please. Try 2 ways. Number one, best and foremost, face-to-face. Because face-to-face, you can see their facial expressions, you can hear their tone. If you say something you shouldn't say, like I said a while ago, at least you can make it right before you walk away, and you can be good in your communication. The second best way is by phone. If you cannot talk to them personally face-to-face, do it on the phone. At least you have a way of relating and resolving any issues or misunderstanding. But email and text message, that's not so. It can come across harsh, and sometimes because you're not face to face with someone, people take a little bit more liberty than they normally would have. And so in our world of high tech, my instruction for you today is if you sense a frustration, any kind of emotion, disagreement, or conflict, doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit, pick up the phone. With today's cell phones, you can get a hold of almost anybody at any time. And by doing that, you won't regret it. You'll be glad that you did, and there'll be a lot better communication going on. Well, thank you for listening to this short video one more day about how to be more effective in our ministry, particularly on communication in a high-tech world. Thank you, and God bless you.